Hi, everyone. So I am your instructor for Applied Technical Writing this fall, and we're going to start by going over the syllabus. So this is all the basic information you need to know. We obviously have the start date of the 19th. The official end date is the 7th, but I actually have everything due on the 22nd of November, so we'll all be done before Thanksgiving. The last day to withdraw from class is the 24th of October, so that's an important date to keep in mind. My name is M. Andrews. My full name is Michelle, but I go by M, just the letter. And I have a master's degree in English literature, and I worked as a technical writer for 4 years, and I was a manager of a team of technical writers as well. So you are in good hands. These are some of our learning objectives. And this is our grade breakdown. So participation is 70% of your grade. Your final drafts are 30% of your grade. So you'll notice that if you do all of the participation, you will just not pass. So you do need to do both participation and all of your final drafts. And I will explain all of that. Don't you worry. So this is the breakdown for everything we'll be doing in each week of class. Everything is due the Friday of that week. So I have the date here, and then Friday at 11:59 p.m. So not midnight, at 11:59 p.m. This goes over all of the different assignments that you will do that are, they're like pass-fail assignments. You either complete them or you don't complete them. There's no like A, B, C, D, E. It's just you do it or you don't. Then on this side, on the right side, you have your drafts. Your rough drafts are still complete or incomplete. You either do it or you don't. But your final drafts, you do get an actual grade on. And so those will be 30% of your grade overall. And all of these assignments will make much more sense as we go through the semester. Don't worry about understanding them right now. Our academic policies, you can read through those for yourself. Absences. Since we are an asynchronous course, I will not be taking actual attendance. Instead, what will happen is if you do not participate in the first week of the course, you will automatically be dropped. Additionally, if you do not participate in 2 weeks of the course, you will be dropped. So if you don't participate on the second week, and then later in the semester on the 8th week, you don't participate that week, that meaning that you don't turn anything in at all for those weeks, you will be dropped from the course. So that's the same thing as essentially being absent for 2 whole weeks from the course. So just keep that in mind. You do need to turn stuff in on a regular cadence in order to stay in this course. Late assignments. For the participation assignments, the one I talked about being either complete or incomplete, they simply can't be late. Either you turn them in on Friday by 11:59 or they aren't counted. Now, the good news is that there are almost 100 of these assignments. So if you miss one every now and then, that's okay. It won't be a make or break. If you miss a lot of them, it will. Okay? I do give you a 24-hour grace period though, so keep that in mind. For final drafts, you will lose a letter grade every day that you are late. So if you were going to get a B on an assignment, if you turned it in on time, if you turn it in 2 days late, you're going to get a D. Does that make sense? So for every day you turn it in late, you'll get 1 less letter grade than you would have gotten if you had turned it in on time. These are more important academic policies. This talks about AI. So AI may be used in this course as a tool for helping you edit or for helping you generate ideas. If I suspect that you have used AI to write any part of any of your assignments, these policies will apply. So the first time you will automatically fail that assignment. The second time you will fail the course, and I will be talking to the dean and the head of your department to see whether you should be continuing in this course if you can't be trusted to use your own intellectual capacity in class. So just keep that in mind. It's a very tempting option, I know, but we need to be learning in this class. That's why we're here. All right, so participation. Each week you will be assigned a number of videos or articles to read. From each set of videos or articles, you will be asked to write at least 1 sentence to show some of what you learned. So I'm not asking you to provide me a whole essay or a whole paragraph or even to show me your notes. I'm just asking you to write one sentence. And typically the question that I ask is, what's one new thing you learned? And you just have to write one complete sentence about the thing that you learned, and that's the whole assignment. That said, when you see these assignments, and I'll show you in a minute, it means that you need to, not only do you need to learn about outlines, you also need to complete an outline. And I won't grade you on whether you complete an outline, but your rough draft won't be as good if you don't. Does that make sense? So you need to use what you learn in your videos and articles and apply that to the creation of your rough drafts and to the editing so that they become final drafts. Okay, so don't just like consume the videos and the articles, use what you learn. Okay, rough drafts. So on the first week of each unit, except for the first week of the entire course, you will learn how to write a particular type of document. So the first document we write is a professional biography. They're very short. The first week, you will write a rough draft of that document. This means you will do the brainstorming, the researching, the pre-planning, the concept mapping, the outlining, and the writing of the first draft. Rough drafts are rough. That is normal. So when you turn in your rough draft, it will just be graded complete or incomplete. Did you do all of the things that I asked for? Great. That's perfect. You don't need to have done them well. You don't need to have done them perfectly by any means. You just need to have done them in the rough draft in order for you to get a complete on that assignment. Then for your final drafts, you will be graded according to this rubric. So it's the same document that you wrote for your rough draft, but now you revise it, you edit it, you proofread it, and you make it significantly better than its rough draft form. It's still the same document, but you have improved it substantially. And then you will be graded on your final drafts using this rubric. The first and most important thing is that it has all the parts that are required. That's what gets you the complete on the rough draft, so it should be present in the final draft. Clarity and organization, don't worry, we're going to learn about them in the course, but mostly this means paying attention to the assignment sheet, understanding what I am asking and how to do it. Conciseness means using only the words that are necessary. Don't worry, again, we'll go over it in the course. Accessibility means, is it easy to read? Is it easy to use? Don't worry too much about the technical aspects of accessibility. In this course, we're just trying to create documents that are easy to use. Audience recognition. This means like when you write a resume, you don't use the same kind of words or the same kind of tone as when you're talking with your friends. Again, we'll talk about this in the course. Accuracy, grammar, and spelling. Again, obviously, we're going to learn more about this in the course, but it's the basic grammar that you've been doing all through school. Capitalization, complete sentences, punctuation, etc. Okay? Then we have our final project. Our final project will happen in 3 stages, and it will start in early October before ending in late November. So in this project, you will be finding a mentor, essentially someone who has the job you want and who is willing to teach you about it. And you're going to ask them about the kind of writing they do on that job. If you're thinking to yourself, oh, I don't think that the job that I want does any writing. I promise you, there is some amount of writing that they do. This is why we're going to talk to our mentors. We are going to find out what kind of writing gets done on this job, whether it's emails, even text messages, daily reports, presentations, sales. Everyone does some type of writing. We're going to find out what your kind of job, the job you want, does. In the first stage, you are going to either meet with or otherwise talk with your mentor, and you're going to ask them these questions and 3 of your own about the job and about the kind of writing that they do. The idea is to get a kind of document from them that they use a lot that you are going to remake. This starts in step 2. So let's say that they have a sales report and there's a specific template that they use so that this goes here and this goes here and this goes here and you sign at the bottom. But they hate the way this template looks. It's hard to read. It's in a terrible font. People fill it out wrong all the time. Okay, so you're going to take that template and you're going to completely remake the document yourself. This begins in step 2. Part 2 is asking yourself all of these questions about the document. What is its purpose? What does it need to do that it's not doing, etc.? We'll go over all of this in the course, so don't panic. You're going to ask yourself all these questions about the document. You're going to submit those questions, the answers, and the original document, not the document that you made, but the original document that they told you about. And that's what you're going to submit for part 2. Part 3 is the final. So for part 3, what you should be turning in is the final form of this document, and it should look so good that your mentor can take it and use it in their workplace that day. That is the idea behind this final draft. Now, if they choose not to do that, I'm not going to grade you on that part, but it should be ready to publish is the point. It should be between 1 and 4 pages. It does not have to be 4 pages. It needs to be between 1 and 4 pages, and each page must be filled top to bottom with content of some kind. As we figure out what kinds of documents you guys are going to be writing, you guys will message me and we will talk more about what exactly that means for your type of document, okay? But these are the requirements no matter the type of document. You will have at least 1 graph or chart, 1 formatted image, or 1 table somewhere in your document. You will also have a numbered list, a bulleted list, or a set of instructions. And finally, and this is the most important part, it must be 80% original content. So you're not taking their form and you're changing 2 words and you're turning it in as your final. It must be completely remade. This is true even if they're like, I just don't like this one part. You're going to completely remake the document to improve it. Okay? That is what you will turn in for your final. Last but not least, on the syllabus, there is only 1 extra credit opportunity in this course. And I want you to keep this in mind from the beginning of the course so that you're not scrambling at the end if you want extra credit. To get your lowest final draft grade, so you saw that we are going to do like 5 or 6 final drafts in this course. Let's say you get a C on one, and if you move it up to a B, then that's better for your overall grade, obviously, right? To move your lowest final draft grade up 1 whole letter grade, you can visit a public library. I included a link for nearby libraries. Get a library card if you don't already have one. Check out a book. Keep the receipt from checking out the book. Return the book. And by November 22nd, 2024 at 11:59 p.m., upload a picture of the library receipt with your name on it. If you do this, I will take your lowest final draft grade and I will bump it up one whole grade. Okay? So that's the syllabus. Let's now look at Blackboard. So in Blackboard, when it loads, if it loads, in Blackboard, you will navigate to our course, Applied Technical Writing, and then you will go to the content page up here. Now mine's going to look a little bit different because I am the instructor for the course, okay? But all of the stuff is going to be in the same place. You are going to come here first. Start here, week 1, and you're going to click on this folder. It is going to open up and it will show you on the first day of class, it will show you everything you need to know, including this video. This is your syllabus. Make sure you read it, even though we just went over it. And then it's going to go over a whole bunch of other stuff that are going to be important for you being successful in this class. And I do want you to be successful in this class. My ideal is that everyone gets A's, okay? So go over all this material, and then you will see that this is how all of the assignments in the course are set up. So you click into them. You'll see the due date here on the right side. And then you will see that in most of these assignments, I have provided you options. So for instance, watch this video or read this article. Sometimes I say watch this video and read this article. Sometimes I say watch this video and this video or read this article. Just pay attention to whether I'm saying or not. So in this case, you can watch the video or read the article. You do not have to do both. That said, if you are doing this for an assignment and you're like, I do not understand what's going on at all in this assignment, I recommend doing all of the links. So if you watch the video and it just says or read the article and you don't understand time management for good grades after watching the video, then you should read the article too. Okay, so that way you have the chance to, if you already know the subject pretty well, then you can just do the shorter option. If you need more information on that subject, then you can do as many as you want. Okay, so I'm trying to provide you options so that you can customize your learning to what you need. Then, in most cases, I say something along the lines of, then write one sentence explaining one new thing you learned about this subject. In this case, for this one, I'm having you draw and color in a productivity wheel, which is what this video and article are about. You're going to take a photo and then you're going to upload it to Blackboard. Okay, so that's how that works. And everything else that you need to know is going to be in the gradebook. And then you can also go to messages to message me. You'll click new message. And then you'll enter my name right here. And then you will type your message. And then you will hit send down here. And I welcome all questions. There are no stupid questions. I do strongly encourage you, when you are going through the course, before you message me about a particular assignment, make sure that you have read and watched all the videos and read all the articles before you message me. Because if the answer is in one of those articles or videos, I'm just going to send you the link and say, make sure you see this. Okay, but if you've seen everything and you still don't get it, that's okay too. And I want to know about those times so that I can help you and also so that I can provide more information for your fellow students. Okay, I am here to help you learn, and I want you to keep that in mind throughout the semester. If you have any questions after viewing everything in the Start Here folder, please message me. And I'm really looking forward to having a good semester. So I hope to talk to you all again soon.